midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Lance going to put it up right away.
Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, nice. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off, and the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
The Lance going to throw.
is going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
His 6th touchdown on the ground, number 7 overall. And the Niners lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands though.
Yeah.
Point after, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Either almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here's Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
And Lance now to throw.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's got room.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Going right back to Fant. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They run right side with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This a 27-yard attempt here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Now Lance.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
It's hauled in by Hardy. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. 2nd and 5. He's got his big tight end, Fan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot, versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll drop to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Back to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks are back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that 1st touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance, complete over the middle of Hardy. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This fielded right at the goal line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we see in Cass Country, Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there. As our NBA Sports halftime.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on or going on. Here's a look at the next gen stats in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hunt. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
That was great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the option to the short side left.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Here's Lance.
And that will be incomplete.
And those two just aren't in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
2nd and 9 now.
Finding Bourne here over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. They'll set up a throw.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll look to throw again.
He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. They just executed that one pretty well.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught. Lockett.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
And Lance again going to keep it.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw with Lance.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hardy. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Now, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Oh, look at this play call. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run with Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
You always worried about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kareem Hunt. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Zerline now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So Lance and the Niners down by 10. A minute 56 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Lance back to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Lance looking to throw.
Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Lance. Finding Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. Now Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. Lance, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Lance again. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Sometimes it's the best plan, and the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Shotgun now for Lance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And out now come the Seahawks. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Hunt. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. A carry here for Hunt, and he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Niners set to take over on offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in.
Pass interference.
And the contact may have come too early.
Unbelievable.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One final try now for Lance.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not